So I received a very clear message when I was walking in the forest this morning that I have to come and speak about the false light. It's been something that's been in my field for months and months and months, and it's just getting to the point where it has to be spoken about. The war that we are fighting is not about good or bad. It's not about light or dark. There is no good or bad, really. It just is. The war is about this deeper level of inversion, of twisted, of implanted or possessed within, but the main word would be inversion of light, the inversion of light. So it masquerades as the light, but it is not. So it's not an integrity. And as with things like religion, there's enough truth aspect in it that it feels good, it feels right. So that feeling of truth comes in and hooks you, and then the bit that's not true just like scooches in there and you're not aware of it. So basically, the thing that comes to me, the thing that comes to my mind that is the most scary is the spiritual practitioners who are not in integrity, because energy is real and energy is powerful. And as with anything, there are full ends of the spectrum. So if you can use it to do amazing, amazing things with intention, you can use it to do things that aren't good with intention. And you can also be used to do things if you are not in integrity, because it is happening through you and you are not aware of it, or you are and you are allowing it. So for people who are on the receiving end, we need to use our discernment about who has access to our energy and who we are allowing to work with us, because it is sacred, sacred work. I'm getting really excited. This is what I do. I'm a generator. So when something excites me, you're going to feel it. And I want you to feel it. I want you to feel the truth of this in your body. There is nothing artificial about the way that I will share things. The way that I share is coming through the sounds and the actions and the mannerisms and frequency that I am. So you cannot duplicate it. You cannot change it. You cannot hide it. This is truth that comes through on a frequency wavelength. I don't receive a lot of information in dreams. I actually don't have a lot of dream recall. It's just the way I am. I receive a lot of information when I'm awake and through other ways, but from time to time I will get woken up from a dream when it is very, very significant. And so what was happening is a few months ago in the dream, there was this massive body of water, and it was, I would guess, like a river or whatever, and there was all these people, and there was like water slides, and people were getting like washed down them, and there were little sandbars, and there was a dog. And so I'm swimming down in this big body of water, and I'm looking around, and I was like, man, we're getting washed away here. And then the dog swam to the edge and got out and was fine. And then there was this huge tree in the middle of the river, and the river was dark, and I was like, wow, there's a river, then there's a tree. I'm going to climb up onto the tree, and the tree is going to give me refuge. So I climbed up onto the tree, and I was like, whew, okay, we're safe. And then suddenly the tree started to move, and it morphed, and it turned into this like dragon monster, and I bailed off, was kind of terrified, and I'm hiding in the water, and just my head is above water, and this dragon mouth comes down, and it was about to bite my head off. And I'm like, this is very interesting, because I'm not afraid of dragons. I'm not afraid of monsters or of the dark, because I work in that, and so I'm quite comfortable with that. So I'm like, this is not about me. This is about a collective thing. And the way I was able to untangle it is that there's this wave of awakening coming, which I'm going to share about in another video. But in this wave of awakening where everybody is suddenly they're suddenly faced with their shit. They're faced with life, with their shadows, their traumas. So the water is the emotion. And they're like rushing down in this river, and suddenly there's something there that's going to save them. And it turns out to not be safe. This is false light. So when people are waking up, they're popping out, there's ascension happening, they're going to be seeking help in every direction, whether it's some religious branch, it's a spiritual practitioner, you know, some guru, some teaching, some path. And because they're in such a panic and they're so desperate, they're going to give all of their power to this person or this organization and say, help me. Help me, help me, help me. And part of it's going to feel really good and they're going to cling to it. And then the other part that's not good is going to come in and suck you dry. It's going to take all of your energy and disempower you. People that I'm talking to are bringing this up. Everywhere I mention it, someone's like, yes, I've heard about this. Yes, I work with women who are being abused by people. Yes, I've heard about this. And then I'm getting these posts like popping up on my feed about this, videos about, you know, energy workers doing all kinds of crazy things. I'm like, okay, this has got to be spoken about. If you are doesn't matter who you are. If you are receiving support from somebody and it does not feel good, trust your intuition. If you are receiving help from somebody and they are not trying to empower you, that is not good. You are supposed to be supported in a way that allows you to remember who you are, to remember your true essence, to lift you up, to feel good. Nobody is going to come and save you and do to you or take from you. That's not okay. This is also going to trigger some people, but it's also a truth because there is free choice and will. So any situation that we find ourselves in, we put ourselves there for a reason. So if we can bring ourselves out of that victim mode of why is this happening to me, we've got to think about why did I put myself there in the first place and what do I need to learn from this situation? So there's always a learning. Everything we do, there's no wrong or right choices. It's just giving you an experience that you need in order to be initiated through something so that you don't have to go and learn it again. So then we have to start facing that self-judgment or that guilt or whatever it is that we feel about why we got into there in the first place. That's the side note. Back to the big point, the false light. The false light. Your practitioner needs to be in integrity. I'm finding students who've been taught Reiki who don't know how to ground, who don't know how to protect themselves, who don't know how to set up a space, who don't know how to clear a space, who don't know how to check themselves. Am I being triggered? Is this about me? Am I clean? Am I a clean conduit? These are very basic things. So if you are teaching people how to do this and you do it yourself, but you're not teaching them, then you're not in integrity because they are now using this energy in a way that's not keeping them safe and it's not keeping other people safe. Sometimes people are not meant to teach. That's just not the way it is. So we need to be very, very integral with how we show up. If you have concerns about somebody, please, please do not keep quiet. This is your energy. This is your sacredness. Your body will tell you if something doesn't feel right, if you don't feel safe. Trust that feeling. If your practitioner is in integrity, when you speak to them, they will receive that information or somebody else will receive that information and support you with it. This is the war. It's the inversions of the things that are meant to help you. It's the deception. It's the lie within the truth. It's getting very, very difficult to discern things for some people, but it's also getting very, very difficult to hide because the more light that's coming into this planet, the more our consciousness is rising, there is nowhere for this stuff to hide. There's nowhere to hide. So mark my words, hear me now, you cannot hide. We will find you and everything will come to the light. Everything will come to the surface. And that is the only way that humanity can move through this. When we talk, When we expose, when we accept everything that is happening, we take the mask off, we reveal what is really there. That is how we move forward. Okay. I feel like that is all. That is all I would like to say today on spiritual false light and inversions. We'll be back again tomorrow when Spirit downloads the next topic of concern. And until then, blinders off, feelers out. Make sure you are in integrity. Make sure you are vetting who has access to your energy. And blessings to you all.